and these little yellow flowers are edible. They taste like peas. Learned that from a farmer that I met out here. Her name is Kat. She is very awesome. She's helped me a lot with the garden. But yeah, very delicious. I'm back. If you don't know me, I'm Sarah. This is Big Island Tiny Home. So I just want to give you an update. So from the last video, I talked about me and Sean doing a podcast. That's kind of on pause. We did like a test run, but I think we need to practice a little bit more before we actually have an episode. And yeah, things have been kind of stressful for us. I know it might sound silly because we're living in a tiny house and everything, but it's actually very stressful. There's a lot of things like if you saw the last video, not the last video, but the video where I talked about what it's like living in a tiny home off the grid, you'll know that there's a lot of things that go into just living in a tiny house off the grid on a daily basis. There's so many things that you need to take into account. Water, solar. We were having problems with our water pump and we figured that out. So Sean bumped into, he was at an RV show for work actually, and he saw someone that worked for the company that made our water pump. So we asked him what could be wrong with it, or he told him what was going on, and he just told us, yeah, there's a sensor, there's a screw at the top, and that will work. So you just adjust the sensor pressure. So now we know how to do it ourselves. We went to buy the tool. It's like a super tiny like hex tool basically. So we have that. So now we can fix it if it ever happens again. And it's been so great. It's like improved our life greatly. It makes a big difference. Being able to have on-demand water is very nice. So I also started a garden, as you saw in the day in the life video. So what you didn't see is actually the battery had died like very early on when I was in the process of doing my pots. But I did do seeds and they did grow, but I transplanted them way too soon. So I actually got some starter plants and those have been doing great. Since it's still early, I have also tried to seed again. So I put them in little tiny pots and in like a little greenhouse thing. So hopefully those will grow. But since me and Sean are vegan, we spend so much on organic produce. So hopefully this will help cut down on the cost and it'll be fresh straight from the garden. Whereas we normally will get our organic produce from Mexico or California. So by the time it makes it to the island, it's probably very depleted of a lot of the nutrients in it. So I think this will be a lot better for our health. Having a garden where we can grow our own food will be great. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of blackberries that grow naturally outside, so that'll be fun. We'll have fresh blackberries. Maybe we can learn how to make some jam out of it, make some pies. We could always freeze them also, so that'll be good. But yeah, let me show you my garden. It's actually really exciting. So yeah, this will be my first time gardening here at the tiny house. I've done some gardening before, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so this time be a little different. I have some help. I have a mentor. So yeah, let me show you what we've got going on here. These are snow peas. I've got 4 of them here, and I'm actually also doing the terracotta pot watering method where you save 90% of your water, and I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. So this right here is broccoli, and I was having some problems with it. As you can see, the leaves are turning brown, and I think it's because of the pot that I have it in, which is a galvanized steel bucket. So yeah, I had my friend Kat. She's so wonderful. She's been helping me with the garden, but she told me that's probably because the sun reflecting off the bucket is burning the plant. So we've tried to cover up the sides here with the dirt to see if that'll help. I also have some extra pots that I bought, so if I need to, I can always transplant them. Over here I have my green onions. Those are the ones that you saw me planting in the video, Day in the Life. These have always been in the background of Hella Fat Vegan on the windowsill, so they're actually finally starting to grow. This one is like pretty crazy tall right there, and some of the other ones are looking a little sad. This one over here is like turning brown. I probably should clip some of these and see if they'll regrow. Kale is doing excellent. Before they were like little babies, but now they're growing. So this would be baby kale if I were to harvest them now, but I want actual big kale leaves, so we'll leave it for now, but it looks great. Yeah, me and Sean eat so many greens. We buy so much kale, and it's pretty expensive. It's like $4 or $3 for a bunch of organic kale. So hopefully we'll get a lot here with the 8 plants that we have. And so I still need to add some more terracotta pots for the watering of this one here. I ran out, or actually the store ran out. I actually bought them just from the dollar store, and looking for some lids because the sun is just evaporating all the water. So here's another broccoli, and again, the leaves were doing the same thing. They were turning brown, so tried to cover up the metal with the soil. Now this right here, I keep forgetting what, I think it's called like a comfrey or something, but it's medicinal, and this I got from my friend Kat. She told me that it's really good for injuries, so you just mash it up and you put it on. Say if you like sprain your ankle or anything like that, you just put it on and it'll really heal the swelling and all that. So we have that just in case. I'm trying to do some more seeds here because I transplanted my other ones too quickly. This is arugula, collards, and chard. So I really hope they work, but I think I might have compacted the dirt too hard, and I'm not sure if they like the containers that they're in. This here is spinach. I'm not sure if these containers are too small. They're too shallow, I think. So I might put them in a bigger one. We're actually going to be getting some cleared space soon, so I think I might start a proper garden. So this is just going to be temporary for now. So more spinach. And the same thing was happening with the sun in the bucket, so covered it. And more spinach. So these are the seeds that I transplanted too soon. These ones over here are broccoli. I transplanted them when they're very small, but I think I'm supposed to wait until they're pretty big before I transplant them. So they look like they're doing okay. I'm still watering them because I want them to come back to life. Over here is the Italian kale, which is my favorite type of kale. So I really hope these come back to life because it would just be really nice to to have this around and not have to buy it. But they look like they're doing okay. They're coming back a little bit. So yeah, they actually look pretty good condition. So that's exciting. I think this is a collard. That's the only one that's survived out of this thing here. This one here is chard. There's only two of the plants survived out of the ones that I put in here. But yeah, it looks like they're coming back to life, kind of. And then I have this little greenhouse thing that I got. Let's take a look inside. It's too much condensation. I need to open it anyways. All right, so I have a bunch of stuff in here. That's all that's going on in here. Very exciting to be growing a lot of my stuff. Our tiny garden. So now that we have the garden, also we need to consider that we're going to be using a lot more water to water the garden. We're going to be carting a lot of water. We're trying to figure out a better solution, but our situation right now is it's a little difficult to have enough water without having to cart it all the time. So we want to get a bigger tank, but they are pretty expensive, and our roof is just not big enough either. So you need to have a lot of square footage to be able, no, Bella, go inside, honey. You need a lot of square footage of roof to be able to get enough water, and we only have 200 square feet of roof area. So yeah, we only have 200 square feet and we would need a lot more space. So we need to come up with a solution. We've been thinking about like an awning. We've also been like an awning for the house that could give us some additional square footage. But yeah, so we also need to fix our rain gutters because right now it's kind of running off of, it's not working right. There's just a lot of things that we need to redo or rethink just because it didn't work out the first time around. So yeah, that's fun. Today I'm also gonna go to the farmer's market, buy some more plants actually. Yeah, so springtime, it's crazy. It's been really hot and sunny and it's just been really nice. So hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.